Everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about my ride from Bangalore to Palakkad. For those who do not know where Palakkad is part of the Kerala state of Kerala, and it is roughly around 450 kilometers from Bangalore. To reach there, of course, you have to go through Tamil Nadu, right? So it takes roughly around 7 hours, and you go through Salem, Coimbatore, and then eventually hit Palakkad, right? I haven't really worked on an agenda yet, right? But I have 7 hours to figure out the agenda. So let's see how it goes, and hopefully by the time I reach Palakkad, I will have one. So let's go. Yeah, so been riding for the last six and a half hours, right? And I have another 40 odd kilometers to go. So hopefully should be able to reach there in another next 1 hour, right? A good friend of mine who lives in Palakkad has been kind enough and gracious enough to host me. So I'm gonna head off to his home and then plan out for tomorrow. So, if Silent Valley is part of your agenda and you're part of itinerary, start early because you can avoid a lot of the internal traffic, and because it's roughly around 50 kilometers, it'll take you 2 hours to reach there. Once you reach there, you've got to park your vehicle at the forest office, and then from there take a jeep, which will be provided by them. Right? You cannot take your own vehicle inside, so plan it ahead. Do the online booking, right, so that you don't have to necessarily wait for it, right? Because they have limited jeeps available, right? There is no mobile coverage inside Silent Valley. There are pockets where you may get it, and it's heavy off-roading that you will be doing in that jeep, right? So one thing that you may want to do is avoid having heavy food, heavy breakfast when you start, and have lunch once you come back, right? Because people who have a delicate stomach be difficult, right? But there is a nice restaurant called Bamboo Hotel. Kind of serves authentic food there, some Kerala food, so do try that. All right, so we are heading off to the top of the valley, and so we got a good jeep. So I mean, I can say it's best in terms of the comfort level right now that you can get. It's a good amount of off-road that you have to do. 20 kilometers of off-roads is what I've been told, right? And this is nice waterfall on my left. It's I think like two waterfalls already. So a lot of waterfalls in this area for sure, and especially because of the rain, right? I mean, all of them are filled up and flowing. So that's nice. It's been drizzling, so the weather is pretty good, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'll be able to trek. And we're gonna stay mostly in the jeep only. Let's see about that. But and I think the speed that we're going at on the waterfall. Speed that we're going at is at around 10, 15, 20 kilometers per hour, right? So, oh man, it kind of rolls you around a lot. So, like I said earlier, don't have a heavy breakfast, keep it light, and don't have lunch for sure. Right? But otherwise, the view is amazing, the ride is amazing, and you just have to enjoy the safari feeling of it, right? You may not see a lot of animals, but the safari is fun. Hello. So this tree is over 500 years old, right? 500, right? And imagine what kind of stories it could tell us if it could, right? But this is just beautiful, just amazing. Okay, so the roads have officially become bad, right? And this apparently is the stretch which is really, really bad. So I'm in the front, still okay. My friend in the back is in a mess, but we have to swap some point. But till then, I am just about okay, right? And it's another 1 hour from here to the top, right? Understandably, there are no resorts or guest houses to stay. So if you are planning a trip, it's going to be a day trip. You will have roughly around 7 hours. You'll have to plan it for around 7 hours, right? So 4 hours of driving to and fro, and then another 3 or 4 hours if you're doing sightseeing there and trekking or whatever it is, right? So 7 hours roughly. But there are places outside where you can stay, right? Those are some good places as well. So, but it's up to you if you want to make this a day trip or stay back, right? But otherwise, the place is beautiful, especially during rainy seasons. I kind of like it. Off-roading, I love off-roading as long as I'm riding and driving. But this time around, I'm on the passenger seat, which is sad. But I still get an opportunity to take videos and enjoy the ride. So let's get to the top. Okay, so we're gonna climb these stairs and go all the way up 4 stories approximately. Right? Why am I doing this? Because of this beautiful place. Right? So it's raining very heavily. So let's see. Let's see. This is the top view, just an amazing view from the top, right? So it's raining, so that's much. You can't stand here for too long. So I'm gonna head back down and then, get on. Okay, so this is what we have to climb down. There were like 3 or 4 stories like this on top, like this. I don't know if you can show you, but this is pretty steep, pretty steep. So let's go. Okay, so we are somewhere in Palakkad. Now, this is like kind of an unexplored location. Just drove in and asked someone how I could reach the mountain, right? So told me just take this route, and that's how I managed to reach here. So there's a nice railway track here, and I think you have to cross the railway track, and then I think there is a waterfall because I can hear a waterfall. Yeah, there. It's not a big waterfall; it's a small waterfall, but nevertheless, a waterfall, right? So the question is, do we go there or not? Now I have to reach the Isha Foundation Center before it starts raining. It's very cloudy right now, so let me just skip this for the time being. And I'm wearing all my motorcycle suit and all that stuff, so it's very unnecessary stress for me. So here you go, one more zoom view of the little waterfall there, and the mountain. So these, fighter cocks that you see, they're actually fighter cocks, right? They are used for, let's say, called cockfighting, if you put it that way. Yeah, but it's illegal, but it does happen. So these guys are big, right? They can attack a person and injure him if they want. Pretty huge in size, and very interesting. I need to see one, but let's see. It's illegal, so you can't really get into that fight. It's very private and all that. So let's see if I can manage one. So Isha Foundation is it was set up by Sadhguru, and so the center is kind of located from Coimbatore, roughly around 30 kilometers approximately, but in a very beautiful and picturesque location, right? And in middle of that, right, is the beautiful statue of Lord Shiva, right? I mean, it's just amazing the kind of the sculpture that is there, right? It's extremely beautiful. It's a pretty crowded place, so if you come over the weekdays, it's much better. Because on the weekend, I mean, I saw a lot of people. Now, I didn't really want to get into the crowd, so I didn't go inside. But otherwise, very beautiful place. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you liked it, and if you did, please do click the like button and comment on the video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, it's time for you to subscribe. But thank you very much once again, and stay safe.